I'm saying is that there's no correlation between legality and consumption. Uh, People used alcohol far more after it became illegal. People went far out of their way just to use it after becoming illegal. It's the fact that when you're told something you can't do, you want to do it. So I don't want to hear that excuse from parents, just like I don't want to hear the gateway drug excuse. That's not factual at all. If you spend any time at all doing any of your research on scientific articles, you will find that, especially by articles supported by the DEA, that there's no correlation with the use of marijuana and the use of other drugs. Just like there's no correlation of using cigarettes and using marijuana, or using alcohol and using cocaine. If you do one drug, that does not mean you're going to use another drug. It may mean that your children are hanging out with people that are using drugs, and that those kids use other drugs, which may result in your kids using other drugs, but that's a parenting problem. You have to consider, as parents, who else wants these drugs illegal. You have to think of the prison system. They want to keep the drugs illegal because the more people incarcerated, that means there are more people profiting the private the private prison industry, because we do have a private prison industry in California for who knows why. California doesn't have enough money to support all the people we're putting in jail from making this drug illegal. You have to consider all the people in law enforcement that have their jobs because of it. They are the ones that want it illegal. You have to consider the pharmaceutical companies, which spend a great effort in treating diseases from a variety of drugs when there is one drug that can treat a large amount of them. And then you have drug dealers as the last supporters of illegalizing this drug. To keep it illegal would make it such that drug dealers keep their profits on this current system. By changing it to a legal substance, then only distributors or retail stores that can sell it would be able to stay in business, because they're the only ones that would be able to distribute it in such a method that it would be profitable. And if they did it in an illegal manner, such as selling it to minors, or were caught selling it to minors, or supporting a system where they were selling it to minors, then their license would be revoked and they would be out of business. So it's essentially the same system as alcohol, and I would like to see people take a stance with the society against violence, against the restriction of our freedoms, against this really horrible policy which could definitely make a great impact on our state by all the great things that we could create from it. We could create papers, we could create textiles, we could create oils. There's lots of things that we could create from this product other than just a drug for consumption. So I definitely support it, and I think that the fact that our government stands on the same side as the drug dealers is also something very disappointing. So when you go to the ballot in November, I hope you do your research and you take credible sources into consideration, and you don't just look to the media to give you all your answers.